What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little science. We're going to be making a DIY electrolysis tank to clean up some rusty parts. We're going to be working on our battery tray from our truck, and we were getting some reoccurring rust and corrosion coming through. This had been painted at one point in time and the batteries were leaking, and the rust had just come back through the paint. So we want to get all this cleaned up, and then once our truck is complete, we're going to be putting AGM batteries in it, so we won't have that problem in the future. These battery trays won't get all eaten away by rust and corrosion, and yeah, it'll be one more thing done for the vehicle. Couple things you're going to need to make this tank. You're going to need some wash soda, and this isn't baking soda, this is like a laundry booster. This is a catalyst that's going to be added to the water, and that helps along the electrolysis process. You're also going to need an anode rod. The anode rod is going to be positively charged while it's inside the water, and that's going to basically collect the rust and corrosion off of this piece. And then to make the electrolysis process happen, we're using a battery charger. This is just an automotive battery charger, 10 amp. Basically, most people have these to charge up different batteries around their house. And then you have your tank. This particular, it's just a little tote. It's got 8.5 gallons of water in it. So we'll go through here and we'll explain how to set it all up. On this particular amount of water, it says about 13 tablespoons worth of wash soda. So yeah, probably too much, but it works. You're going to mix up your wash soda and get it so it's all dissolved in the water. And this is going to help your electrolysis process along. Again, this is like a catalyst for the water. Then you're going to take your part and you're going to want to suspend that. I don't like having them sit on the bottom of the tank. Some people do, but I think the process works better if it's suspended. So in this case, we've got a block of wood. We're going to take that block of wood, we're going to let it suspend our part. We're going to switch this around now. The other thing too, when you're building these, you don't want your positive and negatively charged parts to ever touch. Otherwise, you're going to basically short out your system. So we move that part, it's fully submersed in water, and our anode rod is going to be toward the backside, so we don't have an opportunity for those things to touch and short it all out. So let me put this together, and then I'll get you guys in here and get you to see what it looks like. Okay guys, as you see, your part that you've got suspended in your water in the tank is going to be negatively charged. Your anode rod is going to have your positively charged wire off your battery charger. Also, when you're doing this, absolutely never put those two anywhere close to the water. Have them up close. Obviously, electricity and water are not friends, and that would be bad. So we're going to start this process. I'll basically get you in here in a minute, and you'll see the water will start swirling around, and the electrolysis process will start working. It does take a bare minimum of a couple hours, so we'll go through and we'll document how the process works after a few hours. We are going to leave this thing in there for overnight, and then when we come in tomorrow, we'll do some more documentation on it after it settles and you get a chance to look at it. Then we'll discuss and go back over it. So hang tight here, and we'll get this process rolling. As you see, this has only been hooked up for about a minute. You'll start to see the process happen, and you see the bubbles. You see everything starting to start electrically charging the water. It takes a few minutes. Like I said, we'll keep documenting this. We'll do some time lapse on it, and that way you get a chance to see how it all works, and then you'll see the amount of sludge and the amount of dirt and rust and whatnot that it's going to take off this part. Okay guys, so this is the hour process. As you see, you've got a lot more rust coming off of it. You've got a lot more debris coming off. There's quite a bit already attached to the anode rod, so we'll keep going. Okay guys, so we're at the 2-hour mark. As you see, we're getting quite a bit of rust, quite a bit of debris. Still got some movement in the water, a little bit of bubbles, but we'll check it after a while, and you'll see there'll be tons of sludge and tons of stuff. Okay, so this is the 12-hour mark. As you see, there's tons of sludge and scale and whatnot built up, so we'll keep at it. We're going to let it sit for 24 hours and then take our part out and see what we got. Okay guys, here's the 24-hour mark. As you see, all the paint has kind of fallen off the part. Let's take it out of the water and take a look at it. As you see, most of it has come off. There's still a little bit of surface rust on there, so you would hit this with a wire wheel or a wire brush. But we got most of the corrosion parts and whatnot off, so now you can take it and wire wheel it off, get all the rest of the loose paint off, and recoat it, and you shouldn't have any rust come back through it. Okay guys, here's that first part that we cleaned up. As you see, we got it all wire wheeled, got most of the loose paint off of it, and it's ready to prep. We had another one that we had cleaned up before, so we're going to get those hit with a rust stopping primer and then hit them with an oil-based paint so the rust doesn't come back through again, or at least for a long while. So we're going to get that done, and then we'll show you the end result. Alright guys, some of you that stuck around for the whole video, this is the end result. Some of you are probably asking why we spent so much time on cleaning parts like this. We have found that the spray rust removers and whatnot don't let your paints or your coatings that you're going to put back over those parts adhere properly. And then in turn, you get rust build up fairly quickly after doing the whatever job you're doing. I like this way. It seems to get everything cleaned up, and it kind of washes all of the dirt, debris, grease, things of that nature off of the parts, so you get a long-lasting, better-looking finish. I have been accused of spending too much time on details that don't matter, but everybody's projects, you have your own vision for it, and do what you should. The biggest thing is get out there and actually finish your projects. Keep working on them. Get that satisfaction out of what you're doing, and that's all that matters. Thanks for following along. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.